Now you may be wondering, where are we in the world of Freeman? Well, I have traveled all the way over to Posner territory because I have done a little bit of off-screen progression. Don't worry, you haven't missed anything too exciting with the exception of maybe the last battle that I participated in, which was pretty, well, pretty close. I mean, you can see here, we did lose 2 of our Federal infantry to wounded status, which is not really a big deal in the grand scheme of things, although if they were to die, then that would be pretty bad, wouldn't it? Anyway, these guys have all leveled up. Unfortunately, I do not have enough cash. I did, from the particular fight, which was up against terrorists and armored marauders, we managed to pull off a victory there for some reason. I don't know how we were able to do it, but we were. And I received 13,000 credits from the victory itself. Now, apart from the victory money, we also gained a big amount of loot. And that is exactly what I'm going to show you here. We got heavy tactical vests, which give us 60 armor. I'm going to be equipping that almost immediately. Thank you very much. That's also going to give me night camouflage. I have 46 night camouflage now, and I don't even have a helmet that gives me night camouflage. So I am really, really happy about that. That's really quite amazing. Otherwise, I have some... never mind. I was going to say I have some black jeans that give me night camouflage, but I am already wearing some navy military pants which give me night camouflage anyway, so not really something that is necessary for me at the moment. Otherwise, we have received AKM-74s, an M4, AKS-76, and a bunch of pistols that are pretty powerful. They're pretty good. And we also have police vests here too. You can see also that I spent a lot of ammunition in that particular fight because there were just so many enemies and I had to do a lot of work myself because my forces were not really able to do that much, unfortunately. So, what else can I do here? Well, we have a whole bunch of bare-chested men who I'm sure everyone wants to see, let's face it. But otherwise, these guys are going to need some stuff. So let's hit the auto-equip button and let's get them all equipped with all this wonderful gear here. And these are all armed bodyguards, by the way. They're all level 6 already because I haven't even done that many fights. I really haven't. I haven't done that many fights at all. I've done some fights against looters. I've done a couple of fights against, I think, a band of 6 armored marauders, and that was it because I was kind of worried that they would be a bit too powerful for us. But no, in the end, they turned out to be pretty easy to defeat. And then we obviously had the last battle that I participated in, which was extremely close. Well, not that close, but I think it was pretty close. Anyway, I have a whole bunch of things that I can sell here. These guys don't want to use the AKMs? I'm surprised. Why are they not wanting to use the AKMs? What are they using instead? They're using UMP9s? I have no idea why you'd want to use a UMP9 over an AKM. So I think I'm going to swap that out for this guy. And we'll give him the AK. Yeah, look at that. It gives him 140. Look at that. That is so much better. I don't know what he was doing. I have no idea. Maybe the auto-equip is not really working as intended that much. But there you go. We can give this guy an M4. And the UMP can be replaced by maybe the AKS or the PDR. Yeah, the PDR is slightly better, but not that much more. And then otherwise we got these guys who are of course using M16s. Now, unfortunately, I do not have enough cash to be able to level these guys up at the moment. I don't think so, at least. Let's take a look. I could technically sell all of these and I might get enough to make it happen. So let's see. Maybe we can. Yeah, I think we might be able to. Thankfully, we were able to replace this desert armor as well, which is really nice. And you know what? We should probably keep the black jeans. We'll sell these. We'll sell the gas masks as well. The black turtleneck could come in handy, and the sunglasses and all that stuff can be sold. That is nice. There we go. Okay, so that is fantastic. We now have 14,000. So technically what I could do is I could level these guys up, and I think I'm going to do that. Whoa, I could do it again. That shows how much experience we gained from that previous fight. Just insanity. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to spend that much on these guys' level ups. So we're going to have to do something a little bit different here, and I'm going to be going over to Ketchup. Oh yes, by the way, I renamed our guys and made them a little bit more in keeping with what I'm going to be going with, which is basically sauces and various things that go with food. So jam, ketchup, chutney, relish, you know, all that stuff. And I'm going to run out eventually, don't worry. So I'm going to need more, you know, more specific things as time goes on. Okay, so let's have a look here. These guys are wearing black tank tops. This guy needs something, so he's going to wear a black turtleneck. It's Steve Jobs. And otherwise, he needs a helmet, doesn't he? Yes, he needs a helmet. Unfortunately, we don't have one. So he's just going to have to deal with it. These guys don't have anything either, so this guy can wear a black t-shirt. This guy does not have anything either. So yeah, there's actually two of them that don't wear anything. So that's unfortunate. All right, so I did actually want to continue talking about what I had previously done and sorted out and my future plans for our forces, but I thought to myself, okay, you know what, we're just going to get into a battle here where you can see my new weapon. I have bought a Scar. I bought the Scar for about, I think it was 13,000 or something like that, so really not that expensive at all. And you can see here that these guys are absolutely murdering everything in their path, which is exactly what you want them to do. You really do want them to be extremely effective. I am pretty deadly myself with only a marksmanship skill of 7, and I have advanced in level twice in my off-screen time. So we are going to be speccing those points relatively soon as we finish up this battle here. And hopefully we will be able to then talk a little bit about what I am planning on doing for most of our forces. There you go, there's another 3,400, a little bit of experience gained there too. And oh yeah, nice, we're starting to get some really, really good loot from these higher tier units that we are now fighting. So that's really cool. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't have that much inventory space. Usually what I'd do is I'd take every single thing here. But personally, I'm not going to do that right now. I am going to literally just leave this stuff, and we will just try to rely on the weapons and the armor that we will be receiving from the various loot and parties that we'll be fighting. So, look at these guys. Yes, we are going to fight these guys after I enter the town here. And the UMP can get sold, the MK14, this can also get sold, and I think we can just sell all of that. Now, my plans going forward are basically to get every single member of my army, and I'm talking about every single unit here. I'm going to take the time to get everyone medkits, grenades, and night vision goggles. That's the kind of setup that I'm aiming to go for, and obviously we're going to be hopefully getting them a whole bunch of really highly accurate rifles as well. So it really obviously depends on how much marksmanship some unit has, but I am planning on getting them either AKMs or maybe some of these maybe some of these assault rifles that I am not really aware of, the AK-5S or AK-5C in fact, my apologies. Anyway, yeah, that, or the ARX 160, that seems like a pretty cool rifle, or maybe an M16. So one of these on all of our army, basically. You know, I'm just wanting to make them a bit more uniform as well in the process. So hopefully we're going to be able to do something like that. And you can see that our people have already leveled up once again, which is just insanity. So these guys do need torso equipment, but it's not really going to make that much difference. Let's give this guy a black mask because he needs one. This guy's still wearing sunglasses, so I'm just going to take those off him. And this guy needs a grenade. There we go. Okay, so what's gone on here? So basically what is going to happen is my Jam squad is going to be the #1 priority for basically every single piece of loot that we get. So if there's a really good vest, really good weapon, really good whatever, then the Jam squad is going to get that first. And then anything else that they are not using, then Ketchup squad's going to get that. And then any other squads that we add on after that are then going to get the rest. So it will be a lot easier for us to work out which squad is the most powerful of ours and which squad needs upgrades and so on and so forth. So it's just a little bit easier for us to understand that. So that's the system I'm going to go for. And these guys do need some night vision goggles. So let's give them some night vision goggles right here. There we go. Okay, so yeah, this guy's also going to need some night vision goggles, but I don't have any more on me at the moment, so that's unfortunate, but that's okay because we will now be able to give everyone else grenades. Yes, they actually all have grenades. Fantastic. Okay, so that is good. Let's level these guys up. That's just a quick 1,000, and these guys still need to level up for 8,000, which is just insane. Now, I do realize that I have unassigned units in the bottom left here, but I am primarily going to go for 6-member squads at the moment. I'm not going to go for 7 because I just want to keep everything a bit even, and then we'll see how it goes as we go forward. But as you can see here, we have a whole bunch of armed bodyguards, which I will be recruiting for 1,000. And of course, they do come with some really, well, you can quite clearly see they come with terrible gear, obviously, because they are, you know, I'm buying them without gear, basically, so it's not really good. But we can create a new squad, and we can call this squad Relish, I guess. I mean, why not? We can relish the time that we have together. Very good. And then we can go over here, and we can look at the bear chests. Oh, yes, they are very... very manly indeed. Yeah, it's very nice. Okay, so yeah, all these sunglasses. The Terminator wants his sunglasses back. And all of these blouses. Prince also wants his blouses back. And otherwise, I don't have anything. I don't have anything for them. So they will obviously not be, you know, used for quite some time. But they will be upgraded very, very soon, in my opinion. So... otherwise, let's go in here. I'm very thankful, by the way, to report that the merchants and the various town, you know, traders and things, they all have fantastic amounts of cash. So if you want to trade a huge amount of loot to these guys, then they're absolutely fine with that. Whereas before, in a previous version, that was not the case. And you had some difficulties with it. Anyway. I am going to level myself up now. I'm thinking I would like to go and spec into marksmanship, but then I think to myself, well, it might be necessary for me to go for leadership and things like that, but I don't really want to do that, all things considered. I would love to do something else. I would love to do more marksmanship to make myself into an even better fighter. So I think I'm going to go for 10 marksmanship. I think I'm probably going to stop at about 10 marksmanship, and then we'll go on from there. And I have also found out that there is a much better armor piece that has 68 body armor. So I am going to go for 70 body armor, and then the rest of my points will go into assault rifles. Now, don't worry, I'm probably going to be using a sniper rifle later down the line, but the assault rifle is just a, well, good all-around weapon, and the Scar is going to serve me extremely well in the process of me leveling up. So let's go in. Let's go in and fight these terrorists and these armored marauders. These guys are going to give us a bit of trouble because that is exactly what happened the last time we inadvertently, because I did attack some looters and it just so happened that a terrorist / armored marauder band was nearby. So yes, I did inadvertently attack some of these guys beforehand. Thankfully, however, most of my units now have night vision goggles, and I'm not entirely sure how much it really helps them, but I have been told by people in the comments numerous times from all kinds of different people that night vision goggles are the way to go, and I can only hope that it increases their accuracy at night or something like that because, well, it's nighttime, and I would definitely like to take advantage of that. So the enemy is bound to come from this direction. So let's see if we can maybe get in the trees a little bit more here. Yeah, this is not the best place to fight, but you can see there's an enemy. There's a whole bunch of them. I'm hoping that our night camouflage is going to work. Here we go. Okay, I think I'm going to fire at this guy. And there we go. All right. So yeah, as you see, it does take a little bit to kill these guys, and that's exactly the problem. They are pretty well armored, and they do a lot of damage, as you can see right there. I have body armor with 60 protection on right now, and these guys, they can take me down very, very quickly indeed. So you got to be quite careful, pretty cautious about what you're doing in battle with the terrorists and the armored marauders and things like that. And you can already see I'm getting so many critical hits. There you go. I'm dead. Do you see what I mean? Yeah. Those guys, they know what's up. They know what's up. And none of my people even took damage, you know? They just didn't take damage. It's just crazy how much damage these guys are capable of doing. So let's see if we can maybe do something a little bit different here this time around. I'm kind of surprised that I didn't get myself killed in that previous battle. Believe it or not, I didn't. I did not die. Very surprising, because you can see here that they do so much damage. I must have been in a really good location beforehand that prevented me from being killed, because I was taking cover behind a tree, very similar to what I was doing just there, and I did not get focused. I didn't get focused by any of these enemies, and I was able to pick quite a few of them off in the process, but apparently this time around, no such luck. So let me see if I can maybe do a little bit more here. And maybe we can sneak around the side or something like that. Maybe a little bit of flanking action is required instead of long-range sniping. Oh, hello. It's not even sniping, really, but you know what I mean. Alright, so this might be problematic. Yeah, this might be a bit Oh, hello. There we go. One of the terrorists is down. Let's get down. Try and prevent any kind of counterattack from dealing damage to us right here. They are shooting at me. You can plainly see that. And we're dead once again. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, they do so much damage. They really do. Oh well, never mind. At least the town is right next to me and I can just rest. Alright, so I have tracked down the same party that we were fighting beforehand. And we are now going to attempt to take them out. Ah, there we go. I see a bunch of them. Let's see if we can fire from over here. Maybe do a little bit of damage. Don't want to do too much because I don't want to draw too much attention, but we got some decent kills right there, not too bad, and hopefully we'll be able to do something similar with our forces here too, because as you can see, we have the height advantage. We have the height advantage, which is quite rare. It is very rare, and maybe we can do something here. Got to be very, very selective about where I fire from, because I only have 30 protection on my head. So if they do end up hitting my head, then I'm gonna die very, very fast. And in general, they are very accurate indeed. So even if I drop with, you know, a prone position or something like that, it's just not going to save me, I don't think. But we seem to be doing a little bit better this time. Look at that. They take bullets like candy. Look at it. I actually critically hit the guy. And he's still alive. Surprise. So surprised. Okay, well, there you go. I believe that is indeed a victory for us. Ooh, almost got taken out there. That was a bit close. But thankfully, none of our forces have gotten themselves taken down, and we are still having a 100% survival rate, which is kind of amazing. I don't think that that is going to stay that way, of course. I think we are definitely going to be suffering some casualties, well, either very soon or in the, well, not too distant future. There's 2,000 experience, 17,000 credits, which is fantastic, and AK-12s. Oh yes, give me those AK-12s. That is very nice. Give me that food too. I would appreciate it, and we will now leave the rest. There we go. Okay, so let's imprison all, and then we can indeed leave. All right, so that was good. That was a really, really nice engagement. And all of our forces have leveled up. So I'm going to level up these guys. Wow, they've leveled up even more. Okay, that's crazy. I have no money. I have no money. That is really bad. Okay, well, let's have a look here. So this guy is using an AK M74. This guy's using M14. Well, these are using M6. These guys are using M16s, but they're not using them very well because their assault rifle proficiency is so incredibly low. I mean, just look at this. They have 47, and these armed bodyguards have 86. They are just insane. So I guess I'm going to give this... Oh, wow. AK-12 does not do very well with this guy. Okay, yeah. AK-12s are not exactly great. So I guess I'll just swap out some of these. Yeah, swap out some of the UMPs or something. MP5. Yeah, there we go. MP5. Is that... No, that's actually worse. I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. I would have thought that the AK-12 would be a lot better, but apparently not. Wait a minute. What's the muzzle velocity like? The muzzle velocity is a lot better, so I think I'm going to just swap them out, even though the damage is a little bit lower. I don't really mind about that too much. The muzzle velocity is kind of what I'm looking for there, because that's going to make them so much more effective in ranged combat. Their accuracy is what I'm looking for. So anyway, there you go. Okay, that is... Whew, that was I mean, it may not have seemed that difficult, that fight, but I can imagine that if I had just gotten myself a little bit closer to the action, I probably would have died multiple times, and it would have been pretty awful. Okay, so, oh, this is a good town to come to if you need wood, because there are a variety of different construction things you can do. If you have not seen my previous Freeman series, then you won't know about all of the town management that you can do, but there's a huge amount of construction that you can do, and you can construct all kinds of different buildings that will give your town various benefits, and it's really very, very advantageous to do that. Ooh, binoculars. Very nice. Okay, so binoculars, we actually have that there as well. I was looking for night vision goggles once again, because as I said, that is what we are going to primarily be using on our forces. And it means that I literally, what I need to do is I just need to go and fight some more people. So, oh, there's a black market. You know what? Let's take a look at the black market. I don't think I have had a look at the black market in this particular version of Freeman. Oh, okay. Yeah, they have done some work here. In a previous version and a previous series, I had this. I had this assault rifle, I think, and it was amazing. Suffice to say, 95 damage. What insanity is that? That is just amazing. And there's also a rocket launcher here, an RPG with 500 damage. Wow. And obviously, you do have this amazing SV98M, which is going to do 110 damage, 820 muzzle velocity, which is, I think, probably the most you're going to get out of any rifle. So that's amazing in itself. All right, so what else do we have here? Whoa, FCA Grenadiers are 59,000 if you want to buy one of those. That is insane. Okay, well, maybe at some point, you know, maybe at some point we'll be able to do that. Okay, so otherwise, what can I do here? Well, I could go and fight those mountain bandits. I don't really want to do that right now. What I would like to do is rest. All right, so we have a pretty interesting situation on our hands here. We have the Posner up against a general from the Atoll Federation, and I would love to be able to go in here and defend the Posner against the Atoll Federation. As you can see here, we did lose a lot of relation with the Federation there, so that is a bit problematic. But I don't know whether I really mind. I don't know whether I really mind, because this might very well give us a massive amount of cash. And that is exactly the reason why I'm doing it. So let's go for night vision. I don't exactly know what the enemy is going to be fielding. But what I do know is that our allies have a huge contingent of... well, you can see for yourself. Crazy. Well, I have already gotten shot, as you can see by my damage, and I decided, hey, you know what, it's not worth it to go and scout out in the forward areas. So I thought, okay, you know what, I'm just going to hang back and see if we can draw the enemy into us, and then maybe do some damage that way. But you can see here that this is, wow, this might be a bit more problematic than I anticipated. You can see that even though the Federation is only attacking with 37 total units in this siege, they are still capable of absolutely massacring a lot of Posner units, highly trained Posner units at that, because the Federal units, they tend to have machine guns, and they also have snipers. Perfect combination, because you have the machine guns that are going to offer a lot of suppression and a lot of high rate of fire, and then you have the sniper rifles, which are of course able to completely negate a lot of long-range combat, because they can just kill the enemy snipers, which is just insane. And I don't even know where they are, to be honest, because I don't really want to send my forces in there if at all possible. I'd like to try and keep my guys as safe as they possibly can be, and then just trying to wear down the opponent a little bit here. So if I see anyone, I'm going to shoot them, obviously, but I don't really want to seek them out, so to speak, because if I do, I have a high chance of death. That's what I'm going to say. I have a high chance of death, and that is certainly something that I would like to avoid, if at all possible, especially in such an important battle, says he as he charges towards the front lines. If I die here, I'm going to be an absolute idiot, but yeah, well, we'll try it, because I would like to get some experience. I would like to see if I maybe can do quite a bit of damage to the opponent. Not really seeing anyone right now, to be honest. How is it without the night vision? It's okay. It's okay, but the night vision definitely helps. Right, so how is it going? Because here's the thing, I can't even see the enemy because my forces are not there to give me that marker on the map. And I can't see them either. Oh, there's one. Is that one right there? I don't even know. I mean, someone else is firing in that direction, but I think they must have gone into prone or something like that, because I certainly couldn't see them after that. Ah, there we go. Ah, this might be a... Oh, no, wait. Prone, please. Thank you. Phew. That was a bit close. Ah, there's one. Yes, I got a hit, but I think that was it. Yes. I am definitely not going to be getting any kills here, so I should really just back up. Try and make sure that I survive this fight. Because if I can survive the fight, I think I might be rewarded quite nicely for this. But if I don't, then I don't think I'm going to get anything. So that is a pretty big problem. So I guess I'm just going to... Well, I guess I'm just going to leech the experience. That's literally what I'm going to try to do. I don't know how much I'm going to really get, because, as I say, I haven't really participated that much. So we'll see if it does end up giving me a bit of cash. And if it doesn't, then at least we will know that I am nowhere near ready to attack. Yes, nowhere near ready to attack anything like this. And I mean, I could have told my guys to charge in, but those Federal infantry with the machine gunners and the snipers, they're just going to be too much for our guys to handle, in my opinion, and it's just going to be a bloodbath. So it's definitely something I wouldn't want to do. However, oh, this is, oh yes, this is nice. Okay, I'll be taking those, thank you very much. I just got the payday. Oh yes, this is the payday that I was looking for right here. These guys right here, this machine gunner and this Federal infantry, I could technically take them into my army, and I could utilize the machine gunner like no one's business. I could take the Federal infantry as well, but personally the Federal infantry is not something I'm looking for because their proficiencies are a little bit too low for my liking. But the point is that these are going to sell for so much cash if they give me a ransom. If they give me a ransom, it's going to be insane. I could go to the bar and attempt to sell them. And you can see that I can sell this terrorist for 15,000. So if I need cash, I can just go here and do that. The machine gunner is only going to sell for 7,000 because I think he is still injured. So I think that's what that means. Otherwise, I think that will be it for this episode. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.